The Cleveland Browns stand on the precipice of a moment that could redefine the very fabric of their franchise. Not just a simple draft night, not just another attempt to climb out of decades of frustration and near misses. No, this Thursday, as the 2025 NFL Draft takes center stage, the Browns hold in their hands a golden opportunity, a rare alignment of potential and power that could ignite a renaissance in Cleveland football history. Holding the number 2 overall pick, the Browns are in a position few teams ever find themselves in. But it's not just about one selection. The arsenal is deeper. Alongside the coveted second pick, Cleveland also owns the 33rd overall selection at the top of the second round and 2 more top 100 picks, the 67th and 94th overall. Both nestled within the 3rd round, 4 picks within the top 100. 4 chances to alter the trajectory of the franchise. 4 opportunities to breathe new life into a team and a city yearning for something greater. But what if they didn't stop there? What if the Browns could push beyond the boundaries of what's expected and seize everything? Let's begin with the most tantalizing possibility of all, the selection of Travis Hunter at number 2. A Heisman Trophy winner, a once-in-a-generation athlete, a player who can electrify on both sides of the football, which is nearly unheard of in today's NFL. Cornerback, wide receiver, shutdown artist, offensive game breaker. Travis Hunter isn't just a star. He's a movement unto himself. The kind of talent you don't just draft. You revolve your entire organization around him. He's that magnetic, that dynamic, that rare. To pass on him would be a decision filled with regret for years to come. But selecting him also means closing the door on the one position that has haunted Cleveland for generations, quarterback. That brings us to Shedeur Sanders, another Colorado phenom, the son of NFL icon Deion Primetime Sanders. A quarterback who has dazzled with his pinpoint accuracy, composure under pressure, and uncanny ability to extend plays and fire darts on the move. Shedeur doesn't just have the tools to be great. He has the aura, the presence, the leadership. He has that intangible quality, the unshakable confidence that every great quarterback possesses. And so we arrive at the ultimate dilemma. Choose the multi-dimensional superstar in Travis Hunter or secure the potential franchise savior. Under center in Shedeur Sanders, but what if, just what if, the Browns dared to want it all? Could Cleveland possibly leave the first round with both Hunter and Sanders in their grasp? It sounds like a fantasy, a far-fetched dream crafted in the minds of hopeful fans and late-night talk show hosts. But peel back the layers and a path, however treacherous, begins to reveal itself. A massive trade, a gamble with draft capital, a move so bold it would send shockwaves throughout the league. But if executed correctly, it could change everything. Josh Cribbs, the former Browns legend, believes the pairing of Hunter and Sanders in Cleveland isn't just a pipe dream, it's a vision that makes sense. Cribbs sees the fit. He sees the synergy, especially with Kevin Stefanski still calling the shots on offense. Cribbs acknowledged that the presence of Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, would naturally be part of the narrative given his immense shadow and cultural presence. But when it comes to Shedeur, Cribbs doesn't see a kid riding his father's coattails. He sees a quarterback in full command of his game. He's still his son, Cribbs said, but Shedeur's the one out there throwing touchdowns, making defenders miss, staying calm in the pocket. That's not Coach Prime out there. That's his boy making plays. I thought he would fit in nice, especially with Stefanski's offense. There's something poetic about the idea of Hunter and Sanders coming to Cleveland together. A shared destiny. 2 players who forged their paths at Colorado under intense national scrutiny. 2 players who became symbols of a new era in college football. Fast, flashy, fearless. And now the chance to carry that energy, that partnership, into the NFL, wearing the same uniform, on the same field, fighting for the same city. It's a story almost too good to be true. And yet Maria Cribbs, Josh's wife and co-host, said it best when she envisioned what that might look like. I would love to see both of them here, she said with a smile. It wasn't just a casual thought. It was a statement soaked in possibility. For the Browns to make it happen, they'd need a window to open. The hope is that Shedeur Sanders, while undoubtedly talented, might slip past the top 10. It's not an impossibility. Teams like the New York Giants and New Orleans Saints, who also have needs at quarterback, could very well decide to go in different directions. Offensive linemen, defensive cornerstones, maybe they don't want to invite the attention that would come with the Coach Prime media circus. Maybe they think Sanders needs more polish. Maybe, just maybe, the stars will align. If that slide begins, Cleveland must be ready. Pick number 33 is already a valuable chess piece, sitting at the front of day 2. Combine that with number 67, an additional asset, perhaps a future second-round pick or a mid-tier player, and the Browns might have enough firepower to leap back into the middle of the first round, to do the unthinkable, to walk away from round 1 with 2 of the most electric players college football has seen in years. Such a move would not be without risk. It would be bold. It would be expensive. It would require flawless timing, a willing trade partner, and the kind of conviction that only the most courageous front offices possess. But the reward? Monumental. Franchise-altering. This wouldn't be a typical draft class. This would be the birth of a new identity for the Cleveland Browns. Picture it. Travis Hunter locking down wide receivers on defense, then flipping around and torching corners on offense. Shedeur Sanders threading needles through tight coverage, reading defenses like a seasoned veteran, bringing swagger and stability to a position that has long been Cleveland's Achilles heel. Imagine the energy, the chemistry, the instant star power injected into a team that's often lived in the shadows of the AFC North. More than just talent, this would be about belief, about showing the fans that the Browns aren't just surviving, they're swinging for greatness. About telling the league that Cleveland will no longer be overlooked or outmaneuvered. About giving this franchise and its loyal, battle-scarred supporters something to believe in again. This Thursday isn't just about picking players. It's about choosing a future, a direction, a new story to write. If the Browns have the courage to chase that dream, to defy expectations and go all in, they could walk away from the draft as the undisputed winners, not just in the moment, but for years to come. All it takes is vision and a little bit of daring, because sometimes fortune favors the bold, and this might just be the boldest move Cleveland has ever made. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns! If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The Cleveland Browns find themselves at a pivotal moment in their offseason. A quiet but significant change has left a subtle ripple through the heart of their defense, one that might just become a major storyline when the regular season kicks off. The departure of Juan Thornhill, though anticipated, has opened up a void in the secondary. He may not have been the most dominant force on the field, but he was a steady presence, a piece of the puzzle that defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz had grown to rely on. Now, with Thornhill gone, the Browns must ask themselves a critical question. How do you replace experience, athleticism, and versatility all at once? For some teams, the answer would be to look internally. For others, free agency might offer a short-term band-aid. But for Cleveland, the solution might lie in something a little more bold and a lot more exciting. Lance Reisland of Cleveland.com has been watching this situation unfold, and he believes the Browns should set their sights on one of the most promising young safeties in all of college football, Malaki Starks of Georgia. But here's the twist. Landing Starks isn't going to be as simple as sitting back and waiting for the draft board to fall in their favor. No, if the Browns want Starks, they'll need to make a move, a bold one, a first-round trade-up. Cleveland would most likely have to trade back into the first round to get Starks. Reisland wrote recently, making his case for what could be a franchise-altering decision. His speed, length, we're talking about a 77'6", 8-inch wingspan, experience with 40 college starts, and overall athleticism make him the perfect fit as a deep one hi-hat safety in the Schwartz scheme. Imagine that. A player built for this defense. A physical freak who has already proven himself in the unforgiving SEC. A safety with the range to cover sideline to sideline and the IQ to read plays before they even develop. Malaki Starks doesn't just check the boxes. He threatens to redefine what the position looks like in Cleveland. He's not just a free safety. He's not just a strong safety. He's whatever you need him to be. Starks has the kind of versatility that allows a defense to shift on the fly. He can drop deep into coverage, erase a slot receiver, come downhill and blow up a run play, or outbait a quarterback into a costly mistake. And while he played more often as a free safety at Georgia, his skill set allows for so much more. Just look at the numbers: 197 total tackles, 17 passes defended, 6 tackles for loss, and 6 interceptions over his college career. Those aren't just stats. They're statements. Starks doesn't just play the game, he impacts it. He flips momentum. He changes outcomes. Of course, no player comes without flaws. Starks is still young, still learning the finer details of the position. He's aggressive, sometimes overly so. And that can lead to trouble when he bites too hard on a play fake or gets caught out of position. But that same aggressive nature is also what makes him special. It's what gives him the edge to make plays that others can't. So here's the real question. Is Cleveland ready to make that kind of investment? Trading back into the first round isn't easy. It takes capital. It takes vision. It takes the kind of front office willing to take a swing, even when the odds are long. And let's be honest, the Browns aren't exactly known for trading back into round one. That kind of maneuver would turn heads across the league. It would send a message still. There's reason to believe that if they were ever going to do it, now would be the time. Why? Because the window is open. Myles Garrett is in his prime. The defensive front is one of the best in the NFL. The offense, while still searching for consistency, has the pieces to compete. The AFC North isn't going to wait around. It's going to be a war. And if the Browns want to keep pace, or better yet, take control, they need a game changer in the secondary. Malaki Starks could be that guy. And yet there's another layer to this story, one that throws a curveball into the entire conversation, because even if the Browns do find a way to trade back into the first round, it's not a lock that they'll target a safety. In fact, there's a growing belief among insiders that if Cleveland does make such a move, it might be with an entirely different goal in mind. Quarterback. Specifically, Jackson Dart or Jalen Milroe, two polarizing but talented prospects who could shake up the Browns quarterback room in a major way. It's a possibility that adds drama and complexity to an already intriguing situation. Do the Browns go all in on rebuilding the back end of their defense? Or do they use that extra capital to invest in the most important position in sports? This is the tension hanging in the air in Cleveland right now. The calm before the storm. Fans, analysts, and players alike are all waiting for that one move that sets the tone for everything that follows. No one knows for sure what the Browns are going to do. But one thing is certain. This draft has the potential to shape the future of the franchise. If Malaki Starks walks across that stage in the first round wearing a Browns cap, it won't be just another pick. It will be a declaration, a bold step toward building something lasting, something elite. And if the team goes in a different direction, fans will be left wondering, what could have been? Whatever happens, one thing's clear. The Browns are at a crossroads, and the next move they make could change everything. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season.